In the NBA, greatness is often measured by championships. But what about the legends who never got to hold that trophy? Some of the greatest players of all time, MVPs, record setters, and Hall of Famers, walked away from the game without a ring. From heartbreaking losses to running into the wrong dynasty at the wrong time, today we're looking at the best NBA players who never won a championship. Let's break it down. Some players did everything right. They were dominant, they had historic seasons, they led their teams deep into the playoffs, but they just couldn't get over the hump. Let's start with some of the biggest near misses in NBA history. Charles Barkley. Barkley was a dominant force in his prime. Despite being undersized for a power forward at 6'6", he bullied his way to rebounds, scored in the paint, and even had a deadly mid-range shot. In 1993, he was at his peak, winning NBA MVP and leading the Phoenix Suns to the finals against the Jordan Bulls. Game 3 of the finals, Barkley drops 42 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists in an overtime thriller, but even that wasn't enough. The Suns fell in 6 games, and Barkley never got that close again. Next up, we got Karl Malone and John Stockton, the best duo without a ring. The Jazz duo of Malone and Stockton was nearly unstoppable in the 90s. Stockton was the NBA's all-time leader in assists and steals, a pure playmaker with a killer jump shot. Malone, a 2-time MVP, second all-time in scoring before LeBron James passed him, and an absolute beast in the post. But they ran into one problem: Michael Jordan. Back-to-back finals appearances in 97 and 98, back-to-back heartbreaks. The worst moment, Game 6 in the 1998 finals. Jazz up by 1, Jordan steals the ball from Malone in the post, dribbles down, hits the last shot, the season over, title dreams crushed. Next on the list we got Allen Iverson, the ultimate underdog. Al was different. He played with the heart of a 7-footer and a 6-foot, 165-pound frame. In 2001, Iverson had his MVP season, carried a weak Sixers team to the NBA Finals, and ran into prime Shaq and Kobe. But in Game 1, Al dropped 48 points, including that legendary step over on Tyronn Lue. The Sixers won that game, but lost the next 4 straight. That was the closest he ever got. Some of the greatest players in history never even got the chance to play in the NBA Finals. Either bad luck, bad teams, or tough competition kept them from the biggest stage. First up, we got Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. One of the most electrifying scorers and dunkers in NBA history, averaged 25 points per game for a decade. Had epic duels with Larry Bird like in 1988 Eastern Conference semifinals where he dropped 47 points in Game 7 but still lost. The problem? His Atlanta Hawks were never good enough to get past the Celtics, Pistons, or Bulls. Next up, we got Tracy McGrady. At his peak, T-Mac was unguardable. Back-to-back scoring titles 2003 and 2004, legendary 13 points in 35-second moments against the Spurs, but the playoffs, a different story. He finally made the finals in 2013 with the Spurs, but was at the end of his career and barely played. And next, we got Vince Carter. Vince was an absolute icon, one of the best dunkers ever, but also an elite scorer. In 2001, he nearly took the Raptors to the finals, but missed a game-winning shot in Game 7 against the Sixers. He played 22 seasons, but never got that championship moment. Now, let's talk about some players who are still active and hoping to finally win that elusive championship before their careers are over. Chris Paul. CP3 is one of the best point guards ever. In 2021, he finally reached the NBA Finals with the Suns, but lost to Giannis in the Bucks. Injuries, bad timing, and tough competition have kept him from a ring. James Harden. MVP in 2018, multiple scoring titles, one of the best offensive players ever, but he had multiple playoff collapses, especially against the Warriors. Now with the Clippers, can he finally win it? Last but not least, we got Russell Westbrook. Westbrook won MVP in 2017, averaged a triple-double for 4 seasons, and played in the 2012 Finals. But since KD left OKC, he hasn't been able to find playoff success. Is time running out for him? Before we wrap it up, here are a few more all-time greats who never won a ring. Steve Nash, 2-time MVP but never even made the finals. Patrick Ewing, dominated in the 90s but kept running into Jordan and Hakeem. Reggie Miller, one of the best shooters ever, but his Pacers fell short in 2000. And Carmelo Anthony, one of the best scorers in NBA history, but never got close. So many legends never won a ring, but if you could give one player a championship, who would it be? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.